I believe we're live. There you go. You're not getting any more intro today. These new StreamYard controls, we're getting used to them. But anyway, anyway, it's me and Mabbsy. It's your match day. Hello, Mabbsy. It's your match day preview.
Yeah, it is against the horse punchers.
Yes, it is. Those Magpies. Let's leave that on for a bit, so you know we're at home, which is nice because it's been about a month, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've been first. I missed Fulham. I was away, so I couldn't go. So it actually be good to go. Actually get back to me and the bird were talking about. I haven't been for ages, so I'm looking forward to getting back to Hill Dickinson. So apparently there's going to be changes to the traffic, allegedly. So hopefully it'll be more easier to get home.
Well, it can't be any harder.
Well, I think what they're doing is they're closing the bottom end of Great Howell Street, Derby Street, so then the buses can just flow through back into town, which will help me a lot. Actually, be quite good. So hopefully might get away straight away.
Well, I've done pretty much every commute angle that you can take, including the buses, and the buses were terrible. If you don't make the first few, it takes ages. But the car's also terrible. Everything's terrible. But the football's good, and I think I'd rather have it this way around.
Else. I've not taken any other than driven. To be fair, I'm in a lucky position that I have a permit on 10 streets, so I'm privileged to have that. So I just park, and to be fair, it's a little bit of traffic and then home. So not to run into anyone.
No, absolutely not. So anyway, thanks for joining us on this Friday evening for the Newcastle preview. We always love having your company, whether you're watching this on Friday night or Saturday morning, afternoon, or even after the game. I don't know why you've watched that, but some people do. Very warm welcome from me and Mabbsy. We much looking forward to this fixture, having done the business at Old Trafford on Monday night, and then before that, of course, beating Fulham. So we're on a bit of a winning streak, and also we're really just enjoying the way that that things are panning out. Without further ado, we'll move on to this.
Just before we begin,
comments, we'll do our best to get around to those comments.
Yeah.
And of course, make sure you like, subscribe, tell the milkman, the Amazon delivery guy, because it's Black Friday, of course. There are other retailers available. But yeah, we're with you for the next 20 minutes, half an hour. We'll get straight in, Mabbsy, shall we?
Okay.
Team news.
Yeah, so basically the only ones that are not available are obviously Gay, Bramthwaite, Rolls, and Patterson. Obviously, Idris is banned. Whether that was a sending off or not, it is what it is. But at least he didn't quite literally just stick his hand up in the air and give away a penalty. Unlike some clubs in the Champions League on Tuesday.
Was that that was their fourth away defeat, wasn't it, Newcastle?
No, I'm talking about the Liverpool game when.
Oh, of course, yeah. We can't help but rub salt into the wound.
Newcastle again are on not a crap run of form as well. They haven't won in the last 4 away games. And then they come to the Hill Dickinson. Yeah, it's got written all over the cards, don't you, with those horse punching spats. But there we go.
Yeah, well, the way you've described it, it's very ominous. But of course, football's a funny game, as we saw on Monday. And 10-man Everton managed to do the business against Man United.
Yeah, we did.
Easy pickings at home.
Absolutely. We what I always hate when we go into the international break, because sometimes we always, Everton being the most Everton thing in the world, we pick up a rich vein of form, then the internationals hit, and then usually we come crashing back down to earth, and we we lose. It didn't happen this time, so hopefully we can take that build on that momentum that we built on Monday, and going to this one full brimming with confidence. They aren't the team from last season. Newcastle, they aren't the team from last season. Sunderland are above them.
Let's get the comments on screen.
I don't understand why we couldn't overturn that ban. I think on Sean Case, I totally agree, Peter. We'll talk about the against them. Yeah, it is what it is. And the FA being the Premier League being the Premier League, it's baffling. It was a little bit of a handbag situation. It probably didn't deserve a sending off, if I'm being honest, but we are where we are, so we have to roll the punches, so to speak, if you pardon the pun, or the slaps.
So we probably much expect Everton to end this game, start this game with pretty much everyone apart from Ghana.
Yeah, absolutely. Who comes in? Who do you reckon comes in for Ghana then?
Well, I think the obvious one is Tim, but and that would make the predicted lineup to look something like that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
So yeah, no, totally. So you're talking Pickford, Keane, Mikalenko, O'Brien, Tarkowski, Dewsbury Hall, Erbrunum, Garner, Grealish, and Jai, and then
I mean, it's a straight swap,
it's
isn't it?
Better or Barry, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Apples or oranges, really, because they're both shit as each other at the moment.
Yeah, because I can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to give Barry a run in the side and give him the confidence. And I think the case for dropping him will be the fact that we'd played on Monday night. So although professional footballers are fit enough and paid enough to play twice a week, I think on this case there would be a potential for him to be dropped on that basis. But he had a good game. He's doing some of the right stuff.
Yeah. Okay. This is the thing. I'm advocate. I'm sick of them chopping or changing between Beto and Barry. I'm not as in the way that the some of them are fine, fair enough, but give one of them a consistent run out. Go with your preferred one for a little bit, because it makes no odds anyway, does it really?
No, not at all.
Coleman's injured again.
I think we know that Seamus is probably going to stick around. He's going to be a coach, and so on. And it's probably his last season. And it's unfortunate
reality,
that
isn't it, the end of the day.
It's unfortunate he's getting injured a lot. I think that's what happens towards the back end of your career.
Of course,
and some players are able to play on more than others.
No one's going to slag him off, because at the end of the day, he's been a little servant to us, to the club. And unfortunately, as much as we all are gutted about it, just simply his legs can't, his body can't take it anymore. And that's the stark reality of getting old. That's nothing else. And one may continue to still be a servant of the club. I'm sure they will in some capacity, but I can't see him, now. I can't see him continuing on. And that's a shame. That is an absolute shame. But it's a sad reality of modern football and life, really, in general, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not always fair, is it? But he's had a really good run, and I'm sure we'll see him again. I've popped this one up. I've popped the teams up, as you saw. You won't want to change too much after such a great performance at Old Trafford. But I suppose we can have a little look at the Newcastle lineup and have a chat about them. They'll be coming to Hill Dickinson for the first time. I'm sure they'll be very vocal. It'll be under the lights, of course. Just the time of year. It means a 5:30 kickoff is practically dark. I mean, it was dark here about 3:00. But joking aside, obviously they do have a lot of threat in their side. But they've also played midweek. They've not won away from home recently. What do you expect? Do you expect Everton to be able to exploit their nervousness away from home, or do you think that will then allow them to counter-attack and do what they're really good at?
I think it's a tough. It is not going to be a walk in the park, is it? Let's face
No.
it. For all what we've given is they are a decent side. I think we've got the momentum coming into this game. They really haven't. They will be spooked by coming into this beautiful stadium of ours.
They're going to be loud, aren't they? They always are. Loud and annoying.
Yeah, with the bloody stupid bloody T-Rexes pricks. Did you see that we've got the Magic Weekend over Newcastle as well?
Yeah.
That's something big because they absolutely they put some really like sarky comments in saying, oh well, the St James's Park wasn't available anyway, blah 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 about it because we had concerts. Oh, fuck off. But yeah, we need to, as I say, Peter Duggan says, we need to get into them, just look into them, and I think we try and exploit them as much as possible. And
Yeah, I mean,
Eddie's on the brink, isn't he? Let's face it.
If we take Fulham as kind of that blueprint for how it should go, I don't think it's going to be as smooth as that. But I think Everton will probably start on the front foot. But this is a really tough game. This is one of the more tough games. I mean, Spurs ended up being an absolute nightmare, but the first game and the game where we won 2-1 was at Brighton, the one that I missed that you went to. That sounded like the best game. They were tough games. I think this is in that sort of mold. I think this could go either way. It's a very difficult game to call. You would say form Everton good enough to get something from the game, and some fans will be saying, well, we must win, but I don't think it is a must win. I think we should try and keep the momentum. There's some players now playing for the shirts, but sometimes, like away from home, we seem to give it all on Old Trafford on Monday. Yeah. My disappointment is that we don't always seem to put that effort in every week. Like, why was it?
You're right. So I don't know. Maybe we had the extra day. Obviously, United had that too. I'm not saying that they didn't, but they came back from internationals. They've had that extra day to get work out on the pitch. I do disagree with you on your point where you say it's not a must win. Even being honest, every home game should be a must win. Because at the end of the day, you've got the crowd behind you. Well, 50,000 Evertonians do deserve to be going out at least trying. And so I do get you what you're saying is, but I do think every home game should be a try and must win game. You know what I mean? A point on the road sometimes isn't a bad result, but I think anything less than 3 points on a home game is a bad result of them being obviously dependent who you're playing, but a team like Newcastle, I do think it is actually a must win.
And of course, Anthony Gordon
Rat boy
should feature in the lineup. He's recovered from injury. Yeah, presumably if he's fit enough.
Reckon the shit out of it.
Yeah, and they got a good side. They got Harvey Barnes, they got Anthony Gordon. Look, they got some quality players that we're going to have to keep a good eye on in this game. But we sometimes play better without, not always with the ball. And we've got some real leaders in the side. And that does make a big difference because some of the best Everton sides in the past have had these big personalities, these big players that seem to sort of rise to these occasions and are able to demonstrate that leadership that you need. And the spine of the side now is showing quality. So Jordan Pickford probably will get called into action as he often does. And I'm sure that from the start of this game, we're going to hear that chant, the Jordan Pickford one. So I'm sure that'll get the crowd going, won't it?
Yeah, of course it will. And at the end of the day, I'm sick and tired of Jordan Pickford not getting the credit he actually deserves. I'm sick and tired of it from the pundits because actually, he was absolutely remarkable in that United game. There's no question, and again, there's just nothing about him. Although there was a bit, but there wasn't a lot. You know what I mean? It was all about United losing and and then each
Well,
wrong.
it depends on which side you're looking at. I've had congratulations from Spurs, from Liverpool fans about that win, obviously for various different reasons. Even though Liverpool fans are suffering at the moment, they still want to see Manchester United lose more than Everton. And I think that it depends on which side you look at, but definitely Pickford had another very good game. And he's pictured there with Grealish. Is it former England counterpart? I'm sure we'll see Grealish starting to make his way back towards the English setup
Do you actually
soon.
think that though? Because I don't think Tuchel fancies him.
It's hard to tell at the moment.
I don't
I
think
think he needs to
does.
score a few more goals. I do think he needs to score more goals.
Yeah. Again, I think it's just this adage of he's an Everton player. Jordan Pickford's just get us in there and it's a load of rubbish. He's England's number one. He should be, he's first. His name should be first on the squad list, on the team sheet.
Well, if I'm honest, I don't care whether he plays for England or not. I just want him to be happy and enjoy playing his football and play his best football for us.
I get that, but it's just the kudos goes with it, doesn't it?
Yeah,
we don't get many outfield players that play for England.
If you've just joined us, then we're previewing Everton against Newcastle. It's a 5:30 kickoff. I believe it's on Sky Sports, and that means the Toffees are playing TV games back to back in the same week. This is the head-to-head. 15 wins for the Toffees, 10 for the Magpies, 7 draws in 32 games. And of course, the last game, Everton, winning 1-0 at Newcastle. And at home, it was a goalless draw at Goodison last season. Can't really remember an awful lot about the game, if I'm honest, because I don't think in the grand scheme of our season it was that important. This is more important. I haven't put just the away games on, but Newcastle have lost 4 away games.
Yes.
But Everton doing okay. I mean, look, before that Fulham game, things weren't great, but things are looking up now. The Sunderland point was a very hard point. The Spurs game was a nightmare. City, we were slightly unlucky. We played quite well in parts of that game, but we were playing City. The Spurs game was a nightmare, but other than that, we've been okay. Moy seems to have more than just one trick up his sleeve now, which is better. Clearly more experienced manager than he was previously. Seems to be able to just rally the team. And as I said, they've got good leadership in the side. But Newcastle, they lost to Olympique Marseille midweek 2-1. They keep scoring but losing, as you can see. They were also losing against Brentford, but they did beat Man City, who have been playing better this season. So they're becoming a bit, a bit of a yo-yo in terms of their results, but they have lost those 3 games. So that gives Everton a decent shot at this, because I think last season Newcastle were very much a top side.
They were really good, to be honest. Absolutely, and all credit to them. But yeah, so we can go out, and I think it'll be a really good game tomorrow. I do, Hill Dickinson under the lights, which is fantastic. So what are your should we go to predictions? Hello. Right, so Steve is don't know where Steve is at the present moment in time. He's come back now. Hang on.
I love getting kicked.
You're back.
I don't know what happened there.
So I was going on to predictions. So
I know you predictions. I did have a screen up there. It was just a very John Motson style screen, but yeah, lots of stats up there. We'll go to predictions in a minute. In fact,
cool.
Pop that one up so people can put their predictions in. Because I'm sure Mabbsy and I want to put the kettle on and unwind after a long day. But yeah, predictions in a second. But there you can see Everton's league position. 10th in the league, which I think we would definitely have taken, wouldn't we, at the beginning of the season. 42% win at home. We're scoring goals, which is good, but we're not scoring from our strikers.
Yeah, and this is, I think that you've just hit the nail on the head there. We're a striker away, and potentially one or two more players have been absolutely fantastic. If we had a performance striker, and this game would be undoubtedly easier because Newcastle do like to score.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And this is we just hopefully have enough.
Yeah, it's probably worth mentioning this. I was fortunate enough to watch Gary Speed.
There's a few things happening around Goodison. Hill Dickinson. So I was going to come on that to the end.
Yeah, do you want to do that, and then we'll do the predictions at the end?
Yeah. So okay, so there's a few things. So obviously there's the Gary Speed bench, which I think is a brilliant idea. That's going to be in the Fan Plaza, and fitting tribute. I think it's all about.
So is that where the wall is, Mabbsy, or is that on the east side?
It's on the east side. I think it's going to be in the Fan Plaza. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's going to be there. Then there's a new festive menu in the stadium.
Festive
for food. Festive menu. So I think
we've got to get stuffed.
Pigs and blankets and stuff like that. Up until the end of December, I think.
I like the way that they're changing the menus. I think that's a great idea.
Well, I think it's just a Christmas menu, isn't it? I don't think it's going to be.
But people want winter. They want winter food. Personally, I just want some soup or something like that. If I'm freezing cold,
I just want to get served. You know what I mean? I do want to get served at some point. I've not tried any of the food. I've tried the fast food bar, but that's about it because I've not had a chance to get served.
Really, it's much easier on the east side. For those that don't know, Mabbsy
really
and I have known each other for 20-something years, but Mabbsy's on the west side and I'm on the east side. It's all to do with tenure and all of that business. Gary Speed, just quick shout out. I think it might be the 10th, could be the 14th. I don't know from my memory. Anniversary on the day.
Yeah.
It's just cruel. But it's nice that they're doing a tribute. He was a
Newcastle player too, wasn't he? So
yeah, absolutely. So that's what gives it more significance.
Yeah.
Newcastle and Leeds, and it's very sad. And if any of Gary Speed's family is watching, then our best wishes are with them.
Absolutely, and I think it's a fitting tribute that they are going to put a bench there. A mental health bench, and I think that's such a great idea. Everton do a lot, but I just think that's fantastic. The Christmas tree is up. That's good.
Where's the tree?
Where's the tree? And this is the
where is it?
News. I think again, Fan Plaza. I think everything's in the Fan Plaza at the moment to try and get you there to spend your money. But can I have a drum roll? Because there's something that there's a person that's making a comeback, which has been missing. Do you know what that is?
Lukaku.
If only. No, the Toffee lady is finally returning.
Why has she been missing for so long?
I don't know. But they've decided, they're bringing back the Toffee lady permanently. Again, she's apparently going to be, wait for it, going to be in there. Fan Plaza. Yeah.
What else is in the Fan Plaza? NHL.
Fan Plaza. So,
why don't they put an ice skating ring there?
Yeah, there's going to be don't give them ideas. That they'll be doing next. So they'll probably put a Ferris wheel there. Just stick everything in the Fan Plaza.
They've got enough Ferris wheels in other parts.
So apparently it's going to be an adult Toffee lady. So the lady who, if you remember at the farewell to Goodison, she was a Toffee lady for there. She was, so they're going to, so they're bringing that
she was at the last game.
She was at the last game, so she's going to be doing it yet again. I don't know if she's continually doing it or they're going to change it. As for the there will be a children's version of the Toffee Lady coming back, handing out Everton mints.
Bar humbug.
Bar humbug, yeah, and apparently they're gonna be selected from the Everton Everton young ladies or girls rather, sorry, from the membership, and they're going to be randomly selected, and then the parents are going to be emailed if they want to take part in that. So I noticed that. I've noticed that there wasn't a Toffee Lady. I was just like, yeah, I'm glad that she's coming back. You know, that's a tradition that we've had. You know, infamously being the Toffees, and that's what I was trying to get out at the beginning. That I had the exciting news.
I've missed
Obviously,
that, and I've also missed the banners. But I think for the Arsenal game, we're going to get some of the 1878
so
banners
the
and stuff.
1878's going to do they're going to do a stage in the Arsenal game before they're going to put banners up for the Arsenal game, which is an 8 o'clock kickoff on Saturday night, towards the beginning of Christmas.
Yeah, that's the
So
20th of December. They've moved every game they could possibly move.
Yeah, but again, this is surely because there's that many teams playing in Europe this season. But at the end of the day,
It's terrible if you're like me and you want to get the train back on a Sunday night, but
Saturday night,
forget
you're not
it.
going to get the train back. think the last train on Saturday and that Arsenal game.
Oh, train's fine on Saturday generally.
No,
yeah,
but the train. But I'm saying the train at the 8 o'clock Saturday kickoff. The last train leaves at 8:15.
Oh yeah, you can't get the train back.
No, you can't get the train back.
No, that's a coach job, or you have to stay overnight, so on and so on.
Yeah, and look, it was wrong with them to confirm. You can't. No, I do get that, right? However, don't confirm a game and then say no. We're actually moving it to the Saturday, back to the Saturday.
Yes, they moved it because Arteta had a complaint, didn't he? He was complaining about the fixture, but I mean, it's just stuffed around that time. Pardon the pun, but there are a lot of games that are very much bunched together.
Because they were playing in, I think it's the Carabao Cup on the Tuesday, so they complained that, why should we play the Sunday? I think Palace has also got moved. But again, I've got no issues with the Saturday 8 o'clock kickoff per se. My gripe was, don't move it after you've confirmed it.
Yeah.
That's the issue. Wait until you've, everyone's happy, then confirm it, and then that's fine. No issues. Again, that people understandably booked train tickets, booked hotels, for the Sunday night, and maybe, but whatever. And now that it's all in disarray because they've moved it again, but they confirmed it. So little gripe there, little moan.
Absolutely. It's not like you to do that. So that brings us to the predictions, I suppose.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let you go first.
I'm going to go 2-1 Everton.
2-1 Everton. Do you want to be brave enough to show any scorers or tell us? Or
I think Grealish will score and Grealish will have a goal and Njai.
Nice. Well, that'd be great. 2-1 win would be amazing for the Blues. I'm going to say 1-1, not because I want to, just because I have a feeling that we're just not going to win 3 games in a row and that Newcastle are going to score. But I back Pickford to have another good game. I do back us to score. I feel like we're that striker away from being a side that can hit the net 2-3 times in a game, and I think that's what we're going to have to do in some of these games. But I'm looking forward to the game, to seeing you tomorrow. And for everyone else who's been watching, make sure you tell everyone about Follow Everton. We started this channel in lockdown, and pretty much it was my brother and a cat walking across the screen. And
which she still does.
Yeah, she does. And pretty much since then, the family is growing literally, and various other people have decided to watch us, leaving us with well over 4,000 subscribers. And our mission. Yeah, thank you so much, and everyone who donates as well. Every penny goes to Mabbsy's beer fund. So literally,
it goes back into the channel. It goes honestly.
It does go back into the channel.
It goes back into paying for StreamYard, which is absolutely crap. But never mind.
StreamYard, hosting, emails, all the whole shebang, advertising, and of course, and all of that jazz. Ryan's out working, so I'm sure he'll be watching this at 2 a.m. But yeah, basically, it's a big game tomorrow. So if you're getting down to the Hill Dickinson Stadium, make sure you get behind the Blues because we need all your support. And of course, Everton are in great form, so why not make sure your voices are heard and that away support that we're hearing loud and clear. Mabbsy, you and I have been to some away games. It's very, very great support. We need that to be carried forward to the home games because what happens is they come out to Z cars, everyone's excited, and 5 minutes in, you've heard the Jordan Pickford chant, and everything's gone flat.
Can I just say the fans at United, absolute wow, absolute brilliant. On Monday night, can't fault you all. Again, even though it's only down these flanks, still a massive commitment to be going. And you all did as proud, so thank you very much. Unfortunately, I couldn't. I was in work, so I couldn't go. But thank you for being an absolute credit. You're just amazing.
Yeah, all Everton fans are a credit because they followed the side through thick and thin, and we've had some very hard times in the last few years. So just remember this time where we got the other side losing constantly. United also getting beat by Everton. Everton winning games. Moyes, the new stadium. Yes, it's gonna be quite chilly over the next few games, and it's dark and it's winter time, but it's great, some great football to enjoy, and it's nice to not have to look over and go, oh, we're in the bottom three like we've had to do in previous years.
So, Steve, Richie's an optimist, not a pessimist like yourself. He thinks it's going to be 2-1, Tarks and Keane.
I'm not a pessimist. I just felt like Everton were not going to win this game, but I'd love us to win 3-0.
Peter's going 3-0.
Yeah.
Peter's going 3-0. Bow to break the drought and dry, and Dan Burn with a Dan Burn on goal. Fair enough. Happy days.
So there you have it. Everton's last home game in November. Well, last game in November, and then we move into the festive fixtures with another home game against Forest, and then it's just action-packed football, hibernation time, time to wind down from this challenging year for all, I think.
Yeah.
But we're ending it on a very good manner. So I suppose from me.
After this game, it's Bournemouth, and again, Bournemouth on the Tuesday.
There's a Bournemouth game on Tuesday night as well, in between the Forest game.
Bournemouth again. The away fans going all the way down to Bournemouth, leaving at 1 o'clock in the afternoon to get down there. God knows what time they're going to be home. Absolute, clowns, the fixtures, but
that's a night match.
Diehards. What?
It's a night match. We'll be previewing that before we finish this one.
7:30 kick-off down in Bournemouth, so
I mean, what were they thinking? An extra half an hour was going to get people back before 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, yeah. Not only they've got to take the Tuesday off, they've got to take the Wednesday off too.
I know it's a full-time job. Following Everton isn't an easy pastime.
Yeah, and again,
it's expensive. It's stressful, and it requires extreme commitment. And we admire everyone, including yourself, Mabbsy, go to a lot of away games, and obviously we have to kind of do a tag team because it can be very difficult. But I'm not being funny, but Bournemouth on a Tuesday night in this weather.
Yeah, absolutely. The allocation's shocking. There's going to be 1,500 to 1,700 fans, 1,700. Richie, happy birthday for last Sunday.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not Richarlison. I was just checking. Because if you are watching, Richarlison, we'll have you back.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice goal, wasn't it, against the playing Arsenal? But it was a consolation in the end from Richarlison. Still very much loved, kept Everton up. His pass led to the
you never know. He may be
goal
coming back it may be coming back in January, and that would be amazing. I would welcome with open arms.
Absolutely love it. I mean, he's going to finish more chances than they will at the moment. But anyone, pretty much. I mean, Moyes has played down the transfer window. We know January is a hard window. to pick up transfers. He was talking about Scott McTominay, but that could be 60 million. And to be quite honest, I just don't know what Everton were thinking when they didn't recruit somebody who was just going to hit the ground running. If they recruited Barry because they saw him in the future, they must have known. But anyway, here we are. We're creating chances from a fluid midfield. We're on the up. So I'm going to leave it there and say up the Toffees, and thanks for joining us.
Up the fucking Toffees.
We'll see you on the other side of Newcastle. Well, before the game, after the game, and then before the Bournemouth game. So
I think I'll be on that team. So
yeah, we'll see you then. All right, bye for now.
See you then. Up the fucking Toffees.